Welcome to Fit for the Long Run. I'm Christy, and today I'm going to prep some healthy, high-protein foods. I'm also going to share with you how I'm doing on my goals. This month, I'm continuing my kale salad love, but I'm trying a different recipe that has more of a fall vibe. I'm also going to share a few pumpkin recipes as well. I'll have the recipes linked in the description if you are interested in how I prepped the individual components. The difference between this salad and the one that I shared last month is really the dressing and the pecans. The kale salad actually called for butternut squash, but I already had sweet potatoes, so I went with that instead. As I mentioned in my last month's video, I've been dealing with a few issues. My allergies are fine now, I think, but anyway, I still have some other issues. I had a doctor's appointment and he said that he really thought I needed to see a couple of specialists. And that's kind of what I figured, but I couldn't get into the specialists unless I had a referral. So anyway, I have the referrals now and I'm trying to make my appointments as soon as possible. It's not easy, you leave a message and they finally call you back eventually, hopefully soon. Anyway, but I'm trying. I had mentioned that I have plans to start training at the end of September for a Run Disney 5K race in January. When I confirmed my start date with Joel, he said that didn't sound right. And he checked out my training plan and realized that he counted the weeks wrong. Anyway, my start date is October 13th, which by the time you see this video, will already have started my plan. And it's going to be slow walking, progressing. I am walking not just during this training block, but this one is intended to help me, speed up my pace and stuff a little bit so that when I do during the Run Disney races on their 5K race, they have characters all throughout the park that the runners can stop and take pictures with. Well, if you do that, it'll take you forever to get through the 3 miles if you also walk really slowly. So I have to up my speed so that I have time to take pictures with some pretty unique characters, because these are characters that you don't always see in the parks when you go to Disney. So I'm looking really forward to it, but I do have to, get faster. As far as my reading goals go, I finished the last book of the Housemaid series titled The Housemaid is Watching. I also read a book titled Walking for Weight Loss. It was an encouraging book. And finally, I started the book The Silent Patient. I've been meaning to read this book for a while. It was recommended from a booktuber who I consider a great friend. Check her out if you ever get a chance, if you're interested in book YouTubers. Her channel name is Plot Chronicles by Dawn. You might also know her as Sensible Living with Money Mom. She has 2 channels. Anyway, that's all I really have as far as goals go. Let me now show you the rest of my food prep. Let's talk about the dressing for a second. The dressing that the recipe called for was more of a maple tahini dressing, but I didn't have any tahini, so I decided to try a recipe for maple Dijon dressing. That way I still got those fall vibes from the maple dressing. I did realize after recording this clip that I forgot to add some apples to my salad. And also, I kind of burnt the pecans and the pumpkin seeds. So, hopefully what you see in the thumbnail was a different day that I took a picture of the salad, and it has all the components in it. But while I was actually putting it together for this clip, totally missed the apples and pecans and pumpkin seeds. Look great, all burnt. All right, let's talk about those pumpkin recipes. Now, I will be honest, I found years ago that I am not a pumpkin spice latte girly. However, over the years, I do realize that I do love the flavor of pumpkin spice in baked goods. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you is some ways to use pumpkin spice. They're not necessarily all baked goods, but you get that flavor and they're not coffees. So if you're interested in that, stick around. If you buy pumpkin spice things in the store that's already been, like prepackaged, that's not necessarily the healthiest thing for you to eat, but you can control the ingredients if you make it at home, and you can add some protein to it if you want to. So the two that I'm sharing right now is I made one. This is so simple. It's just yogurt. Get some Greek yogurt, plain, and pumpkin, and then you just mix that all together with some other ingredients. You got maple syrup. You can use any toppings you want, like some pecans or walnuts and coconut, different things like that, and it was really great. So simple, and again, we'll have the links in the description. The other one was pumpkin protein balls. You make that with oats and the pumpkins, some different spices and sweetener. And you just mix that all together and roll them out into balls, as you can see, as I've done right here. And I'm going to tell you that my son, who has always said he does not like pumpkin pie, has been eating them I've been having them in the refrigerator. He's been eating them. He said they were not as bad as he thought they would be. And of course, you up the health on this by adding some vanilla protein powder to it. And it's just great. And you're getting a little extra protein in. And it's very filling. I'll be honest with you. You can't eat a lot of these at one time. So definitely great. Totally recommend them. All right. And that is all that we have for you today. Thank you all for joining me. Hopefully next month I'll know more about what's going on with my health. And until then, y'all be sure to come back for Joel's Nerdy Runner video in a couple of weeks. He missed his video last month, but hopefully he'll be able to share a video with you this month. And don't forget, it's a long run. Give yourself a little grace. Bye.